Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Green Bay Packers have locked up the number 1 seed overall in the NFC, so nothing to play for them at all. They find themselves as 3.5 to 4 point road favorites over the Detroit Lions. It is sitting 44.5 to 45. Guys, this is a team we know for sure has absolutely nothing to play for. They are going to get a first round bye in the playoffs, and the road to the Super Bowl will go through Lambeau. That being said, we now have Aaron Rodgers who has come out and said he wants to play, and he wants to get in some reps. I did a little bit of digging. If you take a look, guess who's just shy of 4,000 yards passing? Aaron Rodgers, because he had to miss that. He had to miss that game due to COVID this year. And so he's a game behind everybody else. And it would not surprise me in the least bit if this was, I'm going to go out there and play a quarter. I'm going to get over 4,000 yards for the umpteenth million season in a row. And then I'm going to go on and go over to the sideline and let Jordan Love take over in all of this. I think this is this is kind of a classic either first half or even first quarter bets and pass on the whole game type look. But again, it's not something I'm running to the window to get. I mean, Brad, what do you handicap here for Aaron Rodgers? Does he not seem like the type of dude when he sees that he's 33 yards short of 4,000? He's like, oh no, I'm going to throw for 4,000 yards this year. And he sees that he's the MVP favorite. And he's like, I'm not going to totally sit this out. I'm going to go throw for, 150 yards and a touchdown and just solidify that I'm going to be MVP. Like, he just strikes me as that type of dude.
Yeah, he definitely is. And Devontae, Matt LaFleur, they've all said, like, we want to play, that we're going to give our guys a run. And I think LaFleur said it's not going to be pre-season vibe where we give them a drive or two and out. They're going to be in there longer than that. So obviously there's not many first half, first quarter lines out there.
Yeah.
If you can find one, obviously go bet it. And another one to look at is race to 10. I found one book in the world so far hanging a race to 10. I had to go to a betting shop in England to bet it, but they might be out there. Or another way is Packers first half lines full time. You find them about 5 to 1 as well. So yeah, if you go and find it, and that's the only way you could play it, I think.
Stephen, I guess if we wanted to try and play devil's out, I mean, is there anything in the world that would lead you to want to I see there's 1-4 out there for the Detroit Lions. Is there anything that would want to make you take the 4 points with the Lions in this thing?
Not at a minus 110 price. I like Brad's angle better. I think this is a game you can kind of have some fun with and sprinkle a half unit on, given what we know and what we think. I believe all the Packers and their head coach, Matt LaFleur, that, the key quote to me was that he didn't want them to essentially go 3 weeks without playing in a meaningful game or close to 21 days. So if I had to predict, they'd play like a half, like the most meaningful preseason game script. You know what I mean? So I love that angle that Brad just mentioned of Packers first half, Lions full time, where I actually saw a 7 to 1. You're going to have to go on a scavenger hunt for a lot of these out there, and just hope. And I'm not sure how much the legal books in the US are going to open up and show you here, at least close. And you might have to wait till like up until kickoff. And even then they might be too smart to give you a good line on that first half. They might give you, instead of the typical less than a field goal for the first half, since the line's sitting at 3.5, they might give you minus 3.5 for the first half, knowing the situation.
I imagine it'll be,
might even be more than
every
that.
bit. I imagine it'll be every bit of the full game line, if not more. Yes.
Yeah. So
for the first half.
We'll see. We'll see what they open up, but I'm with you. I am in alignment with you guys on that. These are the angles that I like.
Yeah. And like I said, I think that I'm going to try and, depending, unless it's just egregious, probably bet the Lions second half in this one, whenever that second half line pops, because again, if they play a half, that's going to be enough. They're not going to risk these guys further after that. So, I'm going to look for a Lions second half in that one.